If you don't want to miss any more videos, make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and make sure to turn your notifications bell on. So let's just go ahead and jump into this video. It has been a while since I have done a makeup themed video, so I kind of want to show you guys some of the products that I have been collecting over the past couple months, and kind of give my thoughts as I go along. But I have to go somewhere this evening, and I wanted to put some makeup on, so I thought I would take you guys with me. It's kind of like a get ready with me, and just give you my thoughts on some of the makeup products. Some of them are, well, they're new to me. They're not necessarily probably new to you, but they are new to me. So let's just go ahead and jump into this video. So for starters, we need to start with the base of my makeup. Please ignore my eyebrows. I'm kind of growing them out, and kind of letting them just do their thing. Plus, I also have some pimples going on, but we're not gonna focus on that right now, okay? So let's get into this base. I am going to prime my face with this Fenty Pro Filter primer. This is just like a cute sample size. I wanted to try it first before I fully invested in it, and I really like it. I'm not gonna use my Fenty foundation with it today because that foundation shade is not my color right now. I'm still kind of coming off of my summer tan, so I still kind of have a little bit of a darker complexion. So I'm just going to use this primer with a different foundation, but I'm just going to go ahead and prime my face with this, and I just like to kind of just squirt it on my face. But I have been using this with a different foundation, and the combination of the two, I've absolutely been loving it. My makeup has been lasting and just looks so smooth with the two that I've been using. So now I have my base, my primer on my face. I'm going to just go in with my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, and I know I did a review on this product and I'm still in love with it. I still really like it, and I really don't get a lot of transfer when I do use this product, so I'm going to use this foundation. But before I put that on, I did want to mention that Morphe was having like a sale, and they had like a trio, and it came with a sponge, the Morphe eyelid primer, and the Morphe continuous setting spray, which this is really what I wanted, but I'm going to test out these today. I haven't tried this one either, but I really wanted to get the setting spray because I'm just fascinated with like the application process with it, because it's like an aerosol can, and I don't know, I just think it's so cool. And the mist is like amazing. It's so fine, and so we'll get into this later. But I got the trio, and it came with this sponge here, and it is so soft. I've already wet it, and I'm just going to be using this sponge today, and it's clean and brand new. So I'm going to apply my makeup because I always apply this foundation with a sponge. I rarely ever use brushes because I don't really like a heavy coverage. I like really a lightweight coverage, and I know when I use a brush, I tend to get a little bit more of a heavier coverage. So I always tend to apply my foundations with a sponge. So I'm just going to pump this on the back of my hand, just one squirt. You guys know this process. I'm going to take the flatter side. I don't know which side this is for, but I'm going to take the flatter side, and just go ahead and blend out my foundation. I really like this part of it because it can really get into like the crevices of your face. Now, because I do have some blemishes and some dark spots. I am probably gonna add another layer of foundation just to get a little bit more of a heavier coverage. I still don't like a really heavy coverage foundation, but just to kind of cover up a little bit of what I've got going on, I'm gonna add another layer. Okay, so now my base is laid. I'm gonna start adding my concealer. So I recently purchased these mix to match adjusters from e.l.f. They have a white shade, a yellow shade, a bronze shade, and a deep shade. I purchased these because what they are is you can apply like little squirts of the pigment to your foundation or whatever you're using. Definitely has to be liquid, but you can add the pigment to them and kind of adjust it to however you need it to work for your skin tone. And I thought these were so neat, and I was just gonna get the yellow one because I tend to pull a lot warmer, and a lot of times I'm just really needing a more of a warmer undertone to foundations, or I was going to get the yellow one and I think the deeper one, because sometimes I just have to adjust it that way where I need a little bit more deeper, or I just need a little more yellow. But I was like, let me get all of them, because you never know when you may need a little bit of white to go in there, or bronze to go in your foundation. You never know. So I got all of these, and I have been using the yellow one. I haven't used any of the other ones, but the yellow one I've been using with my LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. I have been wanting to use these concealers forever, and I finally got my hands on some. I don't know what took me so long, but I finally got my hands on some, and this one is the color Creamy Beige, and it's just not warm enough for me. So what I've been doing is I squeeze a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and then I add like a pump of the yellow adjuster, and these are so affordable. I would definitely recommend getting these, because anytime you get, like, this has changed my life, because anytime I'm really bad at picking my foundation colors. So now I know if I accidentally pick a shade a little bit darker or a shade a bit lighter, I have those adjusters so I can make sure I have my perfect shade. So I would definitely recommend, if you haven't, check out e.l.f.'s website. They have these. I don't know if they still have like a sale going on or anything like that, but they always have sales. So check out their website, and I would recommend getting these. But what I do, I put that on the back of my hand and just use my hand as like a mixing, where I can mix my stuff. So that just brightened it up a little bit, made it a little bit warmer. So I use this as my highlight, and I have just been applying it underneath my eyes. That's where I tend to highlight anyway. When it comes to concealer, I don't really highlight anywhere else, but just putting that under my eyes. And I just feel like it's just the best color for my skin tone, and I really like these concealers. They're really good. But I'm gonna take the other end. By the way, I really like this sponge. It's so soft. It's almost like that microfiber where, like, if you put your hand on it, it like leaves a print of your hand. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what this reminds me of. It's so soft, and it doesn't seem like it, like some sponges, they pick up so much of the foundation and hold on to it. They don't really blend out what you have going on. This doesn't seem to do that. So far I like this sponge. So that's blended out, and then I'm just gonna take my other concealer from LA Girl, and this is the color Chestnut. I'm gonna use this color to kind of cream conceal, or not cream conceal, but cream contour. I normally don't do this, but lately I kind of have when I want a little more, or if I want to be a little more extra with my makeup. So normally I just use like a powder after I've set everything. But I'm just going to squeeze this out a bit, kind of brush on the back of my hand so I get kind of the product out And then so I've got my base pretty much done. I've got my highlight and my cream contour done. And for those of you that have watched my previous videos should know that I like my Sasha Buttercup setting powder to set where I've highlighted, so underneath my eyes. And then lately I've been using this Infallible Pro Matte by L'Oreal 16-hour powder. It's a matte finishing powder. I'm just going to use this. This is in the color Classic Tan to set all over my face, and then I will be right back. You guys have seen that. So I have everything pretty much set on my face. I don't bake or anything, just set like the powders on my face. But next I'm going to be trying this Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in the color medium 2. I believe it's pretty much matte. I don't think there's any shimmer in there. But I'm really scared because I don't know if that's going to be dark enough for my complexion to really bronze up my face. But I'm going to try. So let's see. This is just a little sample size I got when I purchased some products from Sephora. It's doing a little bit of something. Yeah, okay, that'll work. It's a little scared there. My next step is going to be my blush, and this is new to me. I purchased this from my Walmart. This is from Wet n Wild, their Color Icon collection. This is in the color Mellow Wine, and I just think it's such a beautiful peachy color. It's so pretty, and it's really, I think it's deep enough to show up like on my skin tone, because sometimes with these kind of blushes, the color payoff is not always that good. So I've tried this and I really like it. It's really warm, so I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks. And yeah, it's really, you have to be almost very careful with this blush because a little goes a long way and it can get out of hand quickly, which is really neat for a drugstore product. And this is very affordable. It's not expensive at all, which is something I love too. And the color payoff is great. So I think that blush would look really good on a lot of skin tones. This is just my brush I used for my overall setting, and I'm just gonna go over that blush just to calm it down just a tad, because I don't really like too big of a or too much color payoff when it comes to my blush. Just enough where it shows up and looks, you know, a little rosy, a little peachy. So I'm just going to calm that down just a bit. Just enough where you can see it, but very subtle. So moving on to highlight, nothing new. I'm just going to be using my e.l.f. contour like palette, where it has like different contour shades and has actually a bronzer shade in here, but I like to use it as a highlight because I just couldn't picture myself bronzing my face with this shade here. So I'm going to use this for my highlighter. Nothing new. I've used it before, and I like to use a stippling brush. Just go right on the tops of my cheeks a little bit, or like the side portion of my cheek, just to give it just a slight glow. And I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, so I'll be back. So I've completed everything else base wise, and now I'm just going to set my face, and I'm going to be moving on to my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Spray. I'm going to set my face using this, and I'm so excited because I played with it a little bit and I love how fine the mist is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face. That just feels so amazing. It just feels like a cool, light mist going over your face. Oh, I hope this works and I hope it's really good. It doesn't say anything about keeping you matte or anything, but even if it doesn't, I think I'll just keep this because I just love the way it sprays and just feels on your skin. Like, it just feels so nice. So that is a new product that I have been wanting to try. I also got the Too Faced Peach Mist. So before my camera rudely cut out, I did go ahead and spray my face with the Too Faced setting spray as well, just to kind of really matte everything, because I don't know if this one will give me a matte finish, but I know for sure this one will, which I love that setting spray as well. But I want to go ahead and move into the eyes. I have kind of collected a bunch of these mini Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes, and I have the warm brown, electric, and mauve palettes, and I think I'm gonna play around with the warm browns today because this is the newest one that I have, but they all are such beautiful palettes. Like, this is the electric one, this is the mauve one, which is pretty dirty because I have played around with it, and then the newest one that I have is the warm browns, which has beautiful warm browns and orange and everything. So I'm going to play around with this, and I think I'm also going to play with this Wet n Wild quad. This is called Hooked on Vinyl, and I just really love this this greenish color here that's just so pretty, and I don't know if I'm going to use it today, but that's the main reason why I want to play with it. So I'm going to play around probably with these two palettes today. So let's go ahead and get into that. So for starters, just going to jump into this warm palette, and I'm going to take this shade here as like my base, just as a transition color, and I'm just going to sweep that everywhere on my eye just to kind of matte everything down. I don't even know what I'm creating today. Something. Maybe something orangey. I really want to use that blue-ish green shade, but I just don't know how and how I'm going to incorporate it into my look. I'm sure I'll figure out something. So I have got that all over my lid, and I think I'm going to go in with this like peachy color here on a fluffier brush, just to lay like a foundation in my. So my camera cut out, but basically I have been using this color, and this color to get this right here. But now I'm going to be focusing on, oh, and I also use this color here, but I'm going to be using these three shades here for my lid. So I'm going to take this like wishbone color and just apply that on my lid. I forgot to apply before, but I went ahead and applied this on my lid, kind of to create, like, I'm not good at a cut crease, but I wanted to try and at least do something. So I put that on first, and that actually, I think, helped that gold shade out a little bit better. And I think it's going to keep it from creasing, I hope. But I took that shade, that wishbone shade, and then I'm just going to take that gold shade here with the same brush that I used that primer, and I'm just going to press and swipe. It gives off like this orange, very bronzy color. And then to kind of blend everything, I'm taking this orange shade here and just blending the two together and going over like all of that so it's not so pink, because to me it looks a little pinkish, and that's not what I was going for. However, I'm making it work. So of course my camera wanted to cut out and didn't show everything that I did on my eyes, but basically I used this shade here, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade, and these two here. These two are on my lid here, and this is in kind of like all over the crease part to blend everything together. And I had to play with that blue, and what I did was I wet my brush and I used this color as liner just because I had to use it. And I used this color here for my inner corner. So, oh, and then I also kind of smoked out the bottom portion of my lash line. Under here, I used that orange shade here and this one here. And that's really all I did. Actually, I think I used these two, or it could have been this one and this one of those. But sorry, it cut out and I didn't get to show you everything. To finish everything off, I'm going to spray my face one last time. I love the setting spray. So just to kind of finish everything off, I also did my lashes, which I used my Voluminous Lash Paradise, which I've used that millions of times. It's my favorite. But the last new product I have is this e.l.f. lip gloss, and this is in collaboration with Alyssa Ashley, which I love her on YouTube. I watch her all the time, and I really like this lip gloss. And I'm not lining my lips because it's really close to my natural color of my lips, so I think it looks great with this eyeshadow. So that is the look. I'm really sorry that my eyeshadow, how I was doing my eyeshadow, didn't pull through, but I absolutely love these palettes, these Huda Beauty palettes. They're so pigmented, like especially this one. Even the other ones that I have, they're really pigmented. I don't know how the full size palettes are with the color payoff. I've heard that they're wonderful, but these mini ones, they're not as expensive and they work really good in my opinion. So I really like this, and I really like this lip gloss. Really pigmented, was definitely not expensive, and it smells really good. It smells like cookies or something, I don't know, but it's really a really good lip gloss. So that's pretty much everything. This video is probably super long, and I'm sorry. I tend to have longer videos when I do stuff like this, when I talk through what I'm doing, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Also, if you guys have any ideas of what you guys would like to see in upcoming videos that you would like for me to do or talk about, comment down below and let me know. I love to hear what you guys would like to see, because I definitely want to make sure that I am giving content that you guys would like to watch. And don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe, and see if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Oh, follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle in here somewhere. And I really think that's it. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.